There's another issue we've got to deal with. Whatever plastic it was they put up in the front up there, it was not UV resistant at all, and it just crumbles. I was wondering why I was finding bits of plastic on the floor and the inside, and eventually I looked up. So Dadang's bought another roll which is supposedly UV resistant, so we'll see how we go. Well, it's always an adventure here. I thought that I probably should run this once. It's been a while since it's been started. So it started, barely, and I throttled it up a bit to charge the battery up, because that was obviously needing a charge, and it ran for a minute or two and then just suddenly cut off. Oh great. Wouldn't start again. Hasn't got a lot of charge back in the battery. So I thought, okay, check the fluids. So I checked the water, and that was below minimum, as in engine coolant. So I topped that up a bit. That wasn't it though, and the battery needs charging. Opened the engine compartment, and battery's not in there. Battery's hiding somewhere else, so I'll have to perhaps lift the cab to see if I can find where the battery is. I can see all sorts of things, but not the battery. And of course, the idea with this is it's got a swing out radiator, but that only swings out if the radiator hoses will permit it, and the bottom one down there won't. You'd have to disconnect that before you can swing the radiator out, so that's not real good. So I think it needs priming. I think it just ran out of fuel suddenly, probably just because the thing hadn't been run for a while and the air has got into the system. So I'll have to get Azra's help with that, I guess. But I'll have to go and consult the manual in the meantime to find out where the hell the battery is, how do you get at it, and where's the primer. I gotta say, the manuals for this thing are pretty poor. Like, they don't tell you where to find the battery. Well, in fact, they told me there is no specific manual for this machine, but I do have one for an earlier model, and it says to raise the cab, you undo the lock levers and then pull forward at the top of these to raise it up. I'm thinking, okay, well that's all very well, but if we look back here, this is where the cabinet is hinged, so it will swing up around that point. So you grip here and lift after undoing the lock levers. Now they say undo the lock levers. Okay, well lock levers turn out in this case to be a pair of bolts in the corners, and this one over here doesn't want to come undone. Really is dry here. You've seen this particular rice paddy previously full of water. I'd say those crevices are a good 40 millimeters or more across. Work begins on replacing that fragile polycarbonate. The thread on this bolt is stripped, which means it won't unscrew out of the thread it's screwed into. So what I've done is I have applied a bit of tension. So that's pretty tight. So I'm hoping that will provide enough upward force, and I've got a little jack thing here too. So every so often I'll come over and crank on this a bit and hope to make some progress. But it's sweaty work, so I'll stop again now. There they are, applying the new polycarbonate. Hopefully this one is UV resistant as advertised. They're just doing the last of it there, as you will have seen in the previous view from the camera at that end, which I panned around to have a look along there. Hot and humid, and we have 100% cloud cover. Kind of hope it's going to rain, but I think there's about a 34% chance of that happening tomorrow. Can only hope. This is a piece of the polycarbonate that they replaced yesterday, the previous one. You can see it just crumbles. Not fit for purpose, one would say. So hopefully now the birds will be excluded from the inside. We can stop vacuuming up sparrow poo. If at first you don't succeed, use a bigger hammer. So I've got my impact driver on there now, save a bit of cranking, and it does appear we are making some progress here. There is a bit of a gap there visible, but it's still hard work. Might be a while yet. You'll probably see more next week. My ice maker gave up on me again, and this time I couldn't fix it, so there it is, added to my recycle pile. We ordered another one on Shopee, about 120 bucks. So yeah, but that was a good investment. That cost me $119 on eBay years ago, and there's been probably hundreds of litres of water through that. But yeah, it came to a situation where I turned it on and nothing visible happened, but after a minute or two the error lights came on, so there's no sign that there was a limit switch or anything that had a problem. That was all good. Probably should have stripped those out of it, but nah, never mind. But yeah, so another thing broken in back on. Yeah, at least one pump gave up as well, because when our well ran dry, I think the pumps might have ran dry for long enough to burn out some. So there's a couple of new pumps to put into service at some stage. Well, it seems to have been a fairly quiet week. We're just hoping for rain at this point. Got that polycarbonate up the top there fixed before it rained, and rain blew in. As ever, there's lots more things around to be fixed, and you'll see more of those in weeks to come. But yeah, short one this week.